So, welcome to a little interlude into the In Conversation mix. What the coaching team have done is they've each chosen, what do we call this team?
I would have ones to watch, right? Team of the season, ones to watch.
Yeah.
I thought it was the MANvFAT collection.
Bit of that as well.
I would have changed my picks quite significantly. Some of them.
I'm not sure which, especially my striker. He's hot.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Yeah.
My name is Billy, and I've been with the club since 2018.
You haven't, but we didn't.
Well, with the organisation.
Yeah. I'm Stan.
I'm James. Not Stan.
Who the fuck is James?
I'm Champo. I'm a miserable cunt.
Champions nailed that, to be fair. It's the best intro of the four of us. And we're all here, and we're all a bit sway.
All right. Here we are.
I think this was like our fantasy football picks, wasn't it? For the season, the ones to watch if we were doing a fantasy football. Were they picking the obvious?
Which makes Billy's choices all the more interesting.
I would run out with this. If this was fantasy football, we would.
There's not a chance anyone but me is winning this anyway. Let's show the teams.
One of my boys scored tonight, so I think I'm in the lead after tonight.
Oh, we're going to do like that? Should we track? Track stats.
One of my guys scored a hat trick. So,
did he?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Should throw my money up.
Alright.
So what we've done is picked a team of players comprising of all the teams across the two leagues, looking ahead towards the new season as ones we think are going to make a bit of a splash.
Yeah.
Which is why I thought this was a MANvFAT collection.
So, will you just get?
Let's go. Goalkeepers.
Should we start with goalkeepers?
Who have you got?
You
got?
You go first. Who have you got?
I have got young Lee Champion.
Okay.
Because I think that's just a strong line.
It's not even a goalkeeper, is he?
He is a goalkeeper.
It's not even a goalkeeper. It's not even a goalkeeper, that boy.
Who have you chosen then? That is a goalkeeper.
I'll tell you something. Without this man last season, we on the Crop Wombles would have conceded 1,000 goals.
Were you on the Crop Wombles?
I was.
You'd never know. You'd never know by his pick.
even when he was actively supporting the team he's playing against.
Yeah. My pick would be Craig Oliver. He had a fantastic season 7. Not the best start to season 8 with his injury, granted, but I think he definitely deserves to be considered. And if he comes back this season, he's going to be a monster.
Who have you chosen, champs?
It was a no-brainer for me. I think it's the guy that's won the Golden Glove twice. He's the only guy to win it twice as well. In Pep, Nick Jones.
Shit.
Who's Nick Jones?
Nick Jones, yeah, Pep.
It's hard though,
Yeah, it is, yeah, Pep. He's a quality keeper. He keeps his team in a lot of games.
Very rarely gets chipped for how short he is as well.
That's true.
Who have you chosen, Dace?
Same as you, I've gone for Lee Champion. Playing alongside him for a couple of seasons, as long as he's got decent defenders in front of him, he's fine. Defence letting down today.
Who are his defenders? Is it you? So you in front of me.
All right, I'm going to go next. I'm going to talk about my defenders because I've gone for 3 at the back. And I'll tell you why I've gone for 3 at the back. Because they are all amazing. John Fryer, solid as a rock. Sensible, how do I say...
You can say why.
Eats dodgy food.
No, he does eat dodgy food. He loves a fish finger. He loves something beige. He's got a wise head on his shoulders. That's what I'm going to say. He's wise.
Good adjective.
He's wise. He's very wise. I got it off of Owls. I got Jigs, old Scott Parsons there as well. Jerk. Yeah.
Jumped up, jerk.
And at the back, I was going to go for James Morling. But then I thought, why go for a shit Hubbard when I could have Hubbard? So I've gone for Matthew Hubbard there at the back. 3 at the back, nothing is getting through that. I don't care who you've got up front.
That's a few clean sheets there. For
Absolutely.
with that back line in front of you.
Absolutely.
That's good. This is some good picks.
Who have you got, Dace?
I've got the coolest man at MANvFAT with the name to go with it, Richard Doody.
He's a dude.
Yeah, it's got a good name.
Calmness personified in defence. And I've also gone for jumped up jerk alongside him.
Yeah.
Oh, have you picked anyone that is not on Stan's team?
Yeah, well, Jerk.
You had Jerk.
No.
And Doody.
And Doody.
Who have you got?
Oh, I've got jerk. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
right,
I thought you meant like Centreford.
Yeah, that's what
No.
It's been a nice mix of teams as well so far.
It is a nice mix of teams, and I thought when I looked at all 4 of our teams, there wasn't many duplicates. But there have been a few so far. I think there are too many to come. But I was surprised that none of you have picked my next player at the back, Billy Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Billy Jackson is.
Tell us about Kevin. He sounds great.
Billy
Is he
Jackson
the one
has
off
laid
of,
all the
Home Alone?
foundations for a fantastic season ahead of him. He's just learned how to kick a ball. He's reliable as clockwork, and I think we're going to see great things from him, particularly off the scales.
It rhymes with clock.
Reliable as clockwork. But did he miss more last season than he was actually?
I haven't missed a session in 6 years.
Yeah.
My other pick at the back is Kevin Manley. Kevin Manley has brought a new tracking app into my life, which I am thankful for. First season with us, and he's hit the ground running. Good performance tonight, running out 8-1 winners, and I think, again, we're going to see some great things with Kevin Manley.
A lot of time for it.
going to have to see a lot of good things with Billy alongside him.
I tell you, that partnership, we can review this at the end of the season, and you'll all say, I wish we'd picked that Billy Jackson.
Oh, okay.
So
we need to move on.
I'm going to jump in with I got 2 at the back. I've gone with
Billy?
Richard Doody. He's calm, cool, collected, reads the game well, strong in the air, great ability to pass the ball, reads the game well. Whilst over 40s international as well. Cap to Wales over 40s.
That's
I think
true.
the guy is just an absolute animal.
Wise. He's wise.
And he's very, very difficult to play against. But alongside him, I've gone for somebody that none of you have
I know, I'm gutted.
either not considered or just missed out, and that's Dario Oliver.
Yeah.
I've recently had added Dario Oliver to my 11-a-side team, but this was prior to this, and watching him regularly. Again, he's just, for me, just a younger version of Doody. He's solid, he's calm, he's collected, he reads the game very well. I don't think there's too much between them two. They'll both be very good, dogged players if they can, if they play together with Pep behind them. That's a solid back.
I actually was going to choose Dario Oliver, but I didn't because he's the Italian off Wish. So I thought the delivery would take too long. I'd be halfway through the season, he hadn't arrived, stuck in customs.
And one elbow to the face and it just all explodes.
Yeah, it
That's
explodes.
true, that's
it
true.
explodes.
The moneymaker just goes up in flames.
Yeah. He's a gorgeous man though. Good choice. All right, midfield. Billy, talk us through, because you put on I made the graphics, but you said that position just in front of defence and slightly behind midfield.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
Not sure if it has a technical name.
Oh, it doesn't.
But in
that's generally what Neville and Carragher referred to it as.
in that position in front of the defence behind midfield, I've gone for Andrew Rowley. Andrew Rowley isn't just Mr. MANvFAT Newport anymore, he's Mr. MANvFAT nationwide. Recently scooping up the MVP award. Bit of a plateau towards the end of season 7, but I think we're going to see him, like the back 2 I've already mentioned, really bloom into himself this season. He likes playing more up top, but he's a fantastic centre half. So I've put him in that position, just in front of the defence and behind the midfield.
Where he doesn't want to play.
He doesn't want to play.
And you've said
he will bloom.
He's plateaued, so he's on a. He's not doing so well at the moment. It's a great choice for the position in front of the defence, but slightly behind the midfield.
He is recognised as the most valuable player, not just here, but the whole organisation.
So what Billy has done is he's taken a good player in Andrew Rowley and put him in a position that's got nothing to do with the fact that he wants to play up front.
What position?
That in front of the defence and behind the midfield.
You got it.
That little tunnel vision guy.
There's probably an acronym for that I'll create before you come to me next.
Great. If you could do that while we're talking about you. What's the next? Come on, you're 2 forward midfielders. You're more pressing guys.
Well, one of them had a fantastic game tonight. The other is Usman Kazi. But Usman Kazi, I'll tell you what I love about Usman. 2,700 calories. We had a really great conversation, he and I, about how he's going about his losing weight, and it's very sensible. The fact that he's on a team that is called the Slimpsons and plays in black makes me very sad, but apart from that, I think he's exactly what you want in a footballer, and especially a MANvFAT football player. The other one is Galactico himself, John Jarrett. Every week, he will come out with a piece of skill that just blows my mind. Blows my mind. It does. And did you know, fun fact about John Jarrett, he's playing without glasses or contact lenses every time that he steps onto the pitch, and he's scored more goals than I have in my entire career.
So how many calories is this man doing?
It was 2,700 at time of conversation, so I imagine he's toned that down now. But none of this like 1,400 on the bike for 6 hours every day. He's doing it sensibly, he's doing it manageably, and it's showing.
He's done those calories between 2,600 and 2,800, isn't he? Really?
Yeah.
That's what I would say he's doing. Can you keep the ball still? I'll smash your face in.
You can
Daisy, talk us through your midfield.
So I've gone for Lee Jones, the man who will play wing back but end up further forward than anybody else.
Yeah, he won't listen.
Lloyd Burns, who has been storming it since returning, we won't mention Fats here, and Aaron Archie Cork, who just loves to have a fight. So
He does, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
he
plenty of energy, runs around,
Yeah.
bit of a scrappy dude.
Yeah, barks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Champs?
I've gone with Archie as well, Aaron Cook. Playing with him for the previous 3 seasons. He's got a habit of making these late runs, getting on the end of the ball, scoring some goals, and just popping up in them places.
Or blasting it 40 yards wide.
Yeah, but he's getting himself in the right positions, and he's one of these people that gets overlooked because when you're in a team with Scan scores 99% of your goals, the other 1% don't really get looked at. But he excelled himself last season. I've got no doubt he'll continue to do that this season. I've also gone with Lloyd Wyatt. It's with Archie and Lloyd, quite an aggressive sort of midfield there. The two that can win balls but probably lose fights, I guess. But Lloyd's energy, he's aggressive, but he's energy, and he's just a dogged player. But I've also included a new guy who has impressed me ever since I've seen him play, and that's Ryan Vickery.
Hat-trick tonight.
Ryan Vickery is a very good player. He's a very good player. He's strong, but he plays so casually and calm, and he makes everything look so easy. And I think with Archie and Lloyd to do all the work, he could just pick up the pieces and put the ball in the net.
Yeah, like that. Who hasn't spoken?
You.
Is it me? Oh, my midfield. The
First
best,
time for everything.
genuinely best midfield in here. You've got the best. I've got the best defence. I've got the best
Did
midfield,
you not hear mine?
and my striker, I've already said, is just sexy. So, Lee Jones, Dan Freitas, absolute workhorses. They'll be everywhere. Lee gets a good few goals. Dan gets a good few tackles. There's nothing there. There's nothing there that's going to go wrong.
Oh, when you said there's nothing there, I thought it's because they go on attack and it's got a big massive hole. That's what you meant by nothing there.
Can you keep my
that's-
big massive
that's-
hole out of this?
That's why he's gone for a defensive team.
Yes, makes sense, I guess.
Defenders everywhere.
Yes.
I didn't get that. The starting box.
Okay. That's rude. But Bill, what's the acronym for the position just in front of the defence and slightly behind midfield?
Tiboffatum.
Of course, he's going to Tiboffatum everywhere.
Playing just in front, well, not just in front, but in line with the Tiboffatum. Up top, who's going to bang all the goals.
What's going to happen?
What do you call
is
that
he's
bit
going
up
to
top?
he's going to drop back to help Kevin Manley in defence.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Because Billy's going to be too busy falling over.
Yeah.
That is true, but he's also going to be doing bits elsewhere.
Who's up front?
So you watch. Playing in front of the Tiboffatum in line. I had the pleasure of sitting down with this man for an in-conversation video. And he is a lovely man with a fantastic ambition. And he's already done all of this work before. This is his second time at it. And I think we're going to really help him to achieve his goals once again. And it's the second Marseille player is Dan Saunders.
So Dan Saunders up front?
Dan Saunders up top.
Dace, I knew you play on Marseille. Is that the Dan Saunders that played at right back today?
It is, yeah.
Okay, great. So you've got, in your Tiboffatum, you've got someone who likes to play up top, and then you've got in your, are we calling it a striker?
Is that what it's called?
Tiboffatum, definitely
No,
Tiboffatum.
what do you call that one that sits up in front of goal? The other goal?
The striker?
Yeah, him.
That's where you're playing your right back. Great. I'm going to go next. I've got Dan McKenzie. Guess what?
You're right.
Guess who outscored Scanny tonight? Dan McKenzie. I've actually full named him. I've called him Daniel McKenzie, as if I'm his mother and he's done something wrong. But he can do no wrong by me. He is my striker. That team, you got Hubbard, who likes to play in defence, Scott, who likes to play in defence, John, who likes to play in defence, 2 midfielders who like to play in midfield, and a striker that just likes to play up front. And it's just one of those things where I've chosen players who play where they play. It's just my idea. I think that's a good team. Champs. Who have you got up front?
I have gone with somebody from Tropicana that he's fairly new to the programme, joined towards the end of last year, so this will be his first full season. I know what he's about, I know how good he is, and I've got no doubt that he can put the ball in the net quite nicely as well, and that's Anthony Connors.
Oh, 5% hero last week.
Strong work.
Yeah, he's a good strong hold-up player. You've got the players in that squad there. The obvious person to pick is Scanny, without a doubt.
Who is Scanny?
But
Nah.
Without picking the obvious, I think apart from Scanny and Kirk Freeman, who I've got no doubt they're probably the 2 best finishers or goal scorers in the league. Dan Kenzie had a great season last season. Connors with a full season probably got it in him to challenge him, I reckon.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I think it's a good team. I think you've got a very good team. Very good team.
Nice little balance. My bench is better.
We'll do the bench and another one.
Anyone that wants to go on the bench.
Anyone that wants to go on the bench. I've got Scanlon on my bench.
And Andrew Riley in that Tobofficum role.
Well, that's what
You can come into that if you need to change if you need to change that, if you need tobogganer.
Tobofficum. Come on, be respectful.
Sorry.
I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what you're saying. Tobofficum.
I put Tobofficum.
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 That's the title. You got it.
Tobofficum.
He gets it.
If you asked Patrick Vieira,
That's what he calls it.
he would say that. He would say, well, I was Tobofficum. That's what he would say. Daisy, who's your striker?
So I've gone for a guy who only started scoring, I think, week 5 or 6 last season, and then banged them in for fun in a rather mediocre team. The only thing that's going to stop him getting top scorer of the season is Scan not passing to him.
Yeah, greedy.
Give it 3-4 more weeks where he's outscoring Scan.
Yeah.
Scan just ignoring the blanking.
Yeah.
Just won't go for it. So Dan McKenzie, same as you. That team is
I've gone for Daniel.
Loaded.
I've gone for Daniel McKenzie.
Yeah,
Because
I've gone for Dan.
I just know if I don't treat him like that, if I don't say, Daniel McKenzie, you need to score like I'm his mother, he won't. But the man management there is Daniel. Daniel! Come on. And you've gone, Dan, come on, bang him in.
Because Dan doesn't need encouragement. He just needs Scan to pass to him.
You know,
Exactly.
you know him better than I do. You know him better than I do. So that's our teams. I think they're very strong. We'll revisit them at the end of the season.
I think they are 4 very good sports.
I'm looking forward to revisiting Billy's team.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think we're going to surprise you. That's for sure. No one else has picked us to Bofferton, have they?
No.
So you just watch. You just watch us.
Keep an eye out for the Bofferdams
Yeah.
everywhere. We have
Especially the ones that don't want to play Bofferton.
Listen, Riley would walk through walls for me. He's going to do amazing things in that position.
Are you going to play him behind a wall?
I'll play him wherever
Just
he wants.
just for that. He's outside of the cage. You'll walk through the cage for me.
He will.
That's a great place to finish up the port.
Go Sports.
Woo.